everyone. Welcome back to Daily Easy English Talk. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Thanks for joining us.
Ever walk out of a meeting thinking everyone's agreed, but then confusion later? Happens all the time.
It really does.
So today we're looking at professional agreement. How saying yes the right way makes things clearer, more respectful, and honestly just helps get stuff done.
Yeah, it's not just about nodding along, is it? It's about how you agree. Choosing words that build trust and make things efficient.
Exactly, like a little communication upgrade.
A shortcut to showing you're collaborative, basically. It's that aha moment for communicating better without, feeling like you're walking on eggshells.
All right, let's get into it. Phrase number 1, I completely agree with your point. Sounds pretty formal, right? But it's super clear.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I completely agree with your point about improving the onboarding process. Bang. Direct. Respectful.
And the key there is completely. It leaves zero doubt. In a professional context, that clarity is gold. Plus, it really validates the other person's idea.
Right. It makes them feel heard,
Yeah.
which is huge.
Definitely. It encourages people to, keep bringing those good ideas forward. Creates that safe space.
Okay, so what about something a bit more maybe action-oriented? That brings us to phrase 2. I'm on the same page.
Ah, yes. Love this one.
It feels professional, but still like conversational. You might say, thanks for the update. I'm on the same page regarding the next steps.
And what's great about I'm on the same page is it's not just saying I agree with the idea. It's saying, okay, I understand, and I'm ready for what comes next.
So it's about alignment for action.
Precisely. It signals you're synced up and ready to move forward together. Really speeds things up in a team setting. Less ambiguity, more momentum.
Nice. Okay, third one. This one sounds quite thoughtful. That aligns with my thoughts as well.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one.
It feels collaborative, like your proposal aligns with my thoughts as well. Let's move forward. It adds a bit of nuance.
It really does. It shows you've actually processed what they said, compared it to your own thinking, and found that genuine connection. It's not just passive agreement.
So it's more like, we're thinking alike on this.
Exactly. It fosters that sense of a shared vision,
Yeah.
Makes the other person feel really understood. Teamwork vibes.
Love that. Okay, next up. You're absolutely right about this one feels quite strong, very supportive.
Very validating.
You could say you're absolutely right about the timeline concerns. It zeroes in on their specific point and gives it a big thumbs up.
And that specificity is key, isn't it? It's not just generic praise. You're acknowledging their insight, their specific contribution. Builds rapport like nobody's business.
Because they feel seen, feel heard for that specific observation.
Absolutely. And it encourages them to speak up again, especially with potentially critical points, like those timeline concerns.
Makes sense. Okay, final one for today. I support this approach. This sounds perfect for when you're backing a plan or a strategy.
Yeah, this is about commitment.
For example, I support this approach and think it will benefit the whole team. It's clear you're not just agreeing, you're endorsing it.
That's the word endorsement. It's active. You're saying, I'm behind this. When a team needs to rally, hearing, I support this approach is really powerful. It signals you're ready to put your weight behind it, ready for action.
Okay, so let's recap quickly. We've got, I completely agree with your point.
Crystal clear validation.
I'm on the same page.
Signals alignment and readiness.
That aligns with my thoughts as well.
Shows thoughtful agreement, shared vision.
You're absolutely right about.
Strong, specific validation builds rapport.
And I support this approach.
Active endorsement, commitment to a plan. 5 really useful phrases, definitely.
Using these can genuinely make your communication clearer, more respectful, and just more effective. Small words, big impact on how you're perceived and how projects flow.
So here's something to think about. Next time you're about to just say yes or nod in a meeting, pause for a second. Consider how you're agreeing. Could one of these phrases make your agreement stronger, clearer, more collaborative? Give it a try this week.
Yeah, experiment a little.
See what happens. You might be surprised how shifting just a few words can change the dynamic of your conversations. Okay, wow, those are 5 really distinct and useful phrases.
They really cover a lot of ground, don't they?
They do. Now, we've broken them down, talked about the when and why, but let's really bring them to life. Let's see them in action.
Yeah, this is the fun part. We'll role play some quick email exchanges so you can really hear how these phrases land in different work scenarios.
It's one thing to understand the theory, right? But hearing them used helps build that intuition for picking the best one.
Exactly. Feeling the impact and context. Okay, let's start.
All right, scenario 1. A project update. I'm going to suggest pushing a deadline, but specifically for quality reasons.
Okay, I'm ready for your email.
Typing gesture. Team, after reviewing the initial drafts, I think we should push the final report deadline by 2 days. This extension lets us do a thorough final review and ensure the absolute highest quality for the client.
Replying, I completely agree with your point. A small delay focused on quality assurance now will absolutely help us deliver better results and probably avoid issues later. It's the right strategic move.
Okay, so talk us through that. Why I completely agree there. Why not say, I'm on the same page?
Great question. Because the core issue here is quality. That's often a non-negotiable in professional work, right? It's a significant decision impacting the final product.
True.
So I completely agree delivers that strong formal conviction. It says, I recognize the critical importance of quality and I am fully aligned with prioritizing it. It reinforces that shared value.
Whereas I'm on the same page might just sound like, okay, new deadline noted.
Exactly. It might imply operational agreement, but lacks that strong conviction about the principle of quality.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Shows solidarity on that core value.
Makes sense. Okay, example 2, a new proposal. I'm going to suggest adding something simple but helpful to a training session.
Right, hit me.
Typing, hi team. For the upcoming software training, maybe we should add a 30-minute open Q&A at the end. I think it could help address questions right away.
Replying, that aligns with my thoughts as well. I've often seen people leave training with questions, and a dedicated Q&A would definitely help clear things up early, makes the whole thing more effective.
Okay, why that aligns with my thoughts as well here. What makes it work?
It makes the agreement feel really collaborative and thoughtful. Like, your suggestion isn't just some random idea I'm accepting. It actually resonates with my own observations or prior thinking about training effectiveness.
So it validates the idea by showing shared reasoning.
Precisely. It implies, yes, I've seen that problem too, or I was thinking along similar lines, and your suggestion fits perfectly. It adds weight to the proposal and makes it feel like a mutual discovery, not just an instruction.
Nice. Okay, scenario 3. Strategy review. I'm going to emphasize what I see as a key strategic direction.
Lay it on me.
Typing team, planning for Q2. It's clear that really focusing on direct client feedback and iterating quickly based on that input is absolutely key for our product's long-term success.
Replying, you're absolutely right about that. Listening deeply to our clients and acting on their insights isn't just good for the product, it builds stronger relationships too.
You're absolutely right here. What's the specific impact?
It's incredibly powerful for validating a core strategic insight. It's not just agreement, it's direct affirmation that, yes, you've identified something crucial.
So it underlines the importance.
Exactly. It confirms the reasoning is sound and that this principle should guide future actions. It tells your colleague, I not only agree, but I recognize the significance of your observation for our strategy. That's huge for driving alignment and commitment to that direction.
Okay, scenario 4, task assignment. I'm suggesting someone for a specific role.
Got it.
Typing. For the client presentation, I think Mark should lead the demo part.
Yeah.
His public speaking is strong, and he knows the product inside out.
Replying, I'm on the same page regarding Mark leading the demo. His experience makes him an excellent fit. Definitely puts our best foot forward.
Why I'm on the same page for this kind of personnel decision.
It hits that sweet spot, professional but still conversational. Agreeing on who does what can be interpersonal, so this feels natural. It avoids sounding overly formal or stiff.
Right. It's about team dynamics.
Exactly. It conveys a shared understanding of who's good at what and how to best use the team's talents. It's efficient. Yep, understand the reasoning, agree with the choice, let's move on. Shows cohesive judgment about the team.
Perfect. Last role play.
Yeah.
Plan approval. I'm suggesting a start date for a big rollout.
Okay, final one.
Typing. Considering testing results and internal alignment needs, I propose we could officially begin the company-wide software rollout next Monday.
Replying up. I support this approach. Starting next Monday gives us that crucial buffer to double-check everything and ensures a smooth, well-communicated launch.
What makes I support this approach the right call here? What does it signal?
It signals active endorsement of the plan, not just passive acceptance of the date. It's a commitment to the proposed timeline and the reasoning behind it.
So it's about backing the whole strategy.
Yes, you're communicating, I'm not just okay with this, I'm actively behind it and ready to help make it succeed. That clear endorsement is vital for getting initiatives moving, rallying the team, and showing unified purpose. It turns the idea into a supported action.
Fantastic. Seeing them in context really clarifies the different flavors.
Definitely helps make the nuances stick, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Okay, you've heard us explain them. You've heard them in action. Now it's your turn. Time to practice.
Yeah, this is where you get to flex those mental muscles.
Give you a situation. Just mentally draft a quick reply using one of the phrases we've discussed. Think about which one fits the tone, the context, the level of formality. No pressure. Just try it out in your head.
And really think about why you chose that particular phrase. That's the key to internalizing this.
All right, situation 1. Your manager emails you. I think we should start our team meeting 15 minutes earlier next week to fit everything in, especially with the new project kickoff. How do you professionally agree? Take just a second.
Think about it. Practical suggestion, efficiency, routine meeting.
Right.
What feels right?
Pause. Okay, what did you come up with? We think a great fit here would be, I'm on the same page. An earlier start works well for me too. Helps us cover everything.
Yes. I'm on the same page. Works perfectly. It's conversational, but still professional. Ideal for a practical scheduling tweak like this.
Shows mutual understanding of the need for efficiency.
Right. It's not a huge strategic decision, just operational alignment. Concise, effective signals. Got it. Aligned.
Perfect. Okay, situation 2. A bit weightier. Your colleague emails. Considering our Q2 performance was a bit soft, I believe we should revise the budget plan for next quarter to reallocate resources. How do you agree professionally to this significant suggestion? Take a moment.
Remember, budget revisions are usually pretty important. They affect strategy, teams. Which phrase carries the right level of formality and clear alignment for something financial like this?
Pause. Did you land on something like this? Our suggestion? I completely agree with your point. Given the Q2 numbers, a budget revision seems crucial for optimizing resources next quarter.
Spot on. I completely agree with your point is ideal. Budget changes are significant. This phrase gives the necessary formality and clarity.
Shows you've considered it and fully backed the decision.
Exactly. It leaves no doubt about your alignment on a critical financial matter. Sets the stage for working on the revision together.
All right, third practice situation. This one might feel familiar. A teammate messages you, maybe in chat. Honestly, these weekly reports are getting way too long, takes ages to read them. How do you agree professionally, but also maybe with a bit of empathy?
Think about it. You're validating their feeling, their specific pain point. Which phrase acknowledges that effectively and maybe hints at a solution?
Pause. How about this? We think this works well. You're absolutely right about the report length and
I've been
feeling the same way. Maybe we can brainstorm simplifying them.
That's excellent. You're absolutely right. Directly validates their specific relatable issue. It builds connection.
Shows you hear their frustration.
Exactly. And adding that collaborative suggestion, let's simplify them, turns the agreement into a constructive next step. It shows empathy and a willingness to find a solution together.
Great. Okay, let's do one more practice round. Situation 4. A team lead emails proposing a new standardized process. To ensure consistent reporting, I propose we adopt this new centralized data sharing protocol, effective end of month. How do you convey your buy-in?
This is about adopting a new method, a new system. Which phrase shows active commitment to making it work?
Pause. Our recommendation. I support this approach. A centralized protocol should really improve consistency, and I'm ready to help with the transition.
Perfect. I support this approach signals that active endorsement. You're not just accepting the idea, you're committing to the new way of doing things.
Shows you're on board for implementation.
Exactly. That kind of buy-in is crucial for rolling out new systems smoothly. Shows proactive engagement.
Fantastic. Hopefully those practice runs help solidify things for you.
Yeah, just mentally walking through it makes a difference.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's just quickly circle back to the core benefit. Mastering these phrases, it isn't just about sounding polite or professional, is it?
Not at all. It's fundamentally about building clearer communication channels. Stronger, more respectful ones.
Turning simple acknowledgments into moments that actually build trust and strengthen those working relationships.
These phrases genuinely contribute to a more collaborative, more efficient work environment. They transform a basic yes into something that shows you're listening, you're engaged, you're committed, little linguistic investments with big returns.
That's a good way to put it. They improve how you're perceived and how effectively you contribute. So our challenge to you, our listener, is pretty simple. Just pick one or two of these phrases. Maybe I'm on the same page for day-to-day stuff, or perhaps that aligns with my thoughts as well, for when you want to show more consideration.
And then just intentionally try using them in your next few work emails. See how they feel, how they fit.
Notice how people respond. It's about building a new habit, really, one email at a time.
And here's a final thought to leave you with. Beyond just agreeing, think about how using these precise, thoughtful phrases also subtly builds your own credibility.
How so?
Well, when you choose your words carefully, even just to agree, it signals that you probably approach other aspects of your work, your analysis, your contributions with that same level of diligence and strategic thinking. It reflects well on your overall attention to detail.
That's interesting. And maybe,
Oh.
how might being really skilled at expressing professional agreement actually set you up better for those times when you need to professionally disagree?
Ooh, that's a great point. If people know you agree thoughtfully and respectfully, when you do need to offer a different perspective or raise a concern,
They're likely to receive it with more openness. It carries more weight.
exactly. Your track record of thoughtful agreement builds trust, which makes constructive disagreement much more effective.
So these small language choices, they really empower you, not just to communicate, but to influence, build relationships, and really shape the culture of your interactions.
Absolutely. It's all connected.
Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive. Keep exploring, keep practicing.
And keep diving deep into making your communication as effective as possible.
So make sure you subscribe to Daily Easy English Talk so you don't miss it.
Please do. And maybe share us with a friend who's also working on their English conversation skills.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Bye.